Welcome back to One Day Junk. I am Jeremy, and today we have a PC that a friend brought me that is not functioning right now. We're going to fix that. Roll the intro!
So this PC is housed inside a Thermaltake Urban S1 case, which supports both micro ATX and mini ITX motherboards, and has a brushed metal exterior that I kinda dig. Opening it up reveals an Asus micro ATX motherboard and just some wonderful cable management. While there is no tempered glass window for this case, this is just a mess. I started by removing the GTX 960 graphics card, which I immediately noticed that the protective plastic was still on the fans, but whatever, I'll leave that for later. Also, the hard drives were fastened to the case using standoffs for the motherboard, so yeah, okay, not sure, maybe they ran out of screws or something, whatever. I mean, it did fit, so, it works, so whatever. I tell you what, this cable management, though, definitely not the best I've ever seen. So then I removed the SSD boot drive. It's a pretty standard SanDisk, 120 gigabyte, nothing too special. The power supply was a little tricky to remove, but came out eventually. Just, cable issues, and I probably should have removed the back of the case. Probably would have made it a little bit easier, but yeah. The motherboard came out next. It's Asus model number P8H61TAC M2 blah blah. It's a micro ATX, so it's smaller than standard ATX form, and it runs on the H61 chipset.
So, form factors. What are they? So, the industry has like three main types. It was established back in like 1995. Intel replaced the previous AT standard with the new ATX standard. There's three main types. There's actually a lot more, but we're only going to get into three right here because those are the ones more for commercial use, the ones you'll be purchasing and so forth. So you have your standard ATX, which is a certain size, and then you have your micro ATX, like this one right here, certain size. And then you have your mini ITX, which is even smaller. So think you've got your standard, which is your large size, which actually isn't even the largest one, but it's the standard large ATX, full features. You've got 4 slots of RAM normally. 4 RAM slots. You normally have at least one PCI Express, multiple PCI Express slots so that you can run multiple GPUs in Crossfire, SLI, so forth, whatever is supported. As well as plenty of SATA ports and all the bells and whistles, the full AO and so forth. So then once you get down to the micro ATX, you start losing features. Where normally in a standard ATX, you may have 6 SATA ports. On this particular model of micro ATX, we only have 4 SATA ports. Micro ATX is also hit or miss on how many RAM slots they have. This one actually does have 4 RAM slots, but there are plenty of micro ATX boards with only 2 RAM slots. As well as your PCI Express, so there's only one PCI Express slot on this board. So I can actually only attach one GPU to this board. And then we get to the mini ITX. So the mini ITX is the smallest of the 3 form factors that I've mentioned. It normally only supports one PCI Express. In fact, I think it's exclusive. It only supports one PCI Express, as well as only 2 slots for RAM. So you're kind of limited to how much expandability that you have if you decide to use that particular form factor. So that is the difference between all the three major form factors that you'll most likely deal with when you're building a PC. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back. So next I pulled off the back and I removed the last motherboard standoff screw from the hard drive, as well as the screws from the optical drive. Then I flipped the thing over, removed the last couple screws, and then flipped it on its feet, and the front of the case actually opens up via this cute little door. And voila, out comes the DVD-ROM drive. So now I just gotta clean it up and figure out what's wrong. Thank you for watching One Tech Junk.